Conservative New Media viewers, what's going on? I'm John D. Villarreal, founder and CEO of Conservative New Media. Now, I have a very special guest. Many of you know her, and those that don't, you're going to want to. Jedediah Bila, author of the new book, Outnumbered, Chronicles of a Manhattan Conservative, and she's also a regular guest on Fox. She's also a regular guest on Fox Business. She writes for the Daily Caller. She writes for Human Events. This woman is blowing up, and we are so pleased to have her here with us to talk to you guys out there in conservative media viewership land. Jedediah, what's going on? Thanks for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me. So excited to be here.
Yeah, it's great. So you just wrote this book, Outnumbered. Now, I can definitely sympathize with this, having gone to undergrad and law school at Berkeley. You know, I got into a lot of the top, frankly, most of the top law schools that I applied to, but I chose Berkeley in part for what's a great institution, and I want to do a lot of other things here, but in part because I knew I was going to be outnumbered as you are in Manhattan. And tell me about this book. Tell me what it's like to be outnumbered.
You know, it's kind of fun to be outnumbered, honestly, because I think that it gives you a much stronger commitment to your own principles when you're constantly having to sort of put your views out there, and you face a lot of tension coming back at you, and you really have to develop a thick skin. So I think it's been kind of good for me. I've said that from the get-go, going to Columbia University and being, in Manhattan and Brooklyn my whole life, really surrounded by the left-wing elite. It's given me some great perspective and also some great insight into how leftists think. And the best way to sort of defeat a lot of their agenda, I think, is to get inside their heads. And not having been a formal liberal myself, I've been a conservative since birth. I think that it's been a huge advantage for me to be able to sort of just, step over to the other side and see how they think, being surrounded by so many of them for so long. But, I've been a conservative forever, and I wrote this book. This is something I compiled recently, but actually wrote during the time period surrounding the 2008 presidential election. And I really just wanted to bring to light what left-wing intolerance looks like, and what is their version of diversity and civility and compassion and feminism and all these things that they really like to say conservatives don't stand for, and they do stand for. Well, let's see if their actions and their words go along with that, or is it really quite the opposite? And what I found was that it was quite contradictory, what they were saying versus what they were actually doing.